Hi, this is Michelle from Beauty Chatter again. Today I'm going to review 3 of Coastal Scents products. The first one will be Bright Eye in Light, Shadow Worx Primer in the Shimmer one, and the Shadow Worx Eyeshadow Primer, the original one. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Bright Eye. This is called the Bright Eye Brightener, and it's supposed to use to diffuse the appearance of under eye darkness and help brighten the appearance of eyes. Apply to inner corner of eye and under the lower lash line. So this comes in this tubing, see, and this is light, by the way. So there. It has a pinkish shade to it, but not too pinkish. This is, I would say, something in between of a yellow tone and a pink tone, because it's not quite pink, but it's not quite yellow at the same time. I hope you can have a see this properly. I have tried this out under my eye, and I can tell you that for bright eye to lighten up my eye, it doesn't do anything of the sort. In fact, I was kind of hoping that it would be kind of like a highlighter slash concealer, like the L'Oreal L'Oreal Magique, I think. So this one, I would say, instead of a highlighter, it's more of a concealer, flat out concealer. That's it. There's nothing whatsoever to highlight, no shimmery particles, nothing, pure matte. So I would say that it was kind of disappointing that it didn't perform like I expected it to. I was kind of hoping that it would give me a more of a highlighting effect instead of just slap based concealer. I have to say that this formula is quite creamy and quite the coverage is quite good, but I've seen better, and I personally would not buy this again. Nothing great. On the other hand, this one, now this is an eyeshadow primer, nothing more to be said, and it actually lasts quite well, and personally I prefer this compared to the shimmery one. I'll show you right now. This is the matte. And this is the matte, and this is the shimmer. Alright, one thing you should know, I tested it on earlier, and the shimmer is quite hard to wash off. I hope you can see this. It's quite hard, even after soap and water, warm water. Foundation came off, concealer came off, the eye primer left. So just to show you, this is the normal one. Quite a bit came off, but let me show you. It blends in. Alright, it doesn't turn matte, it doesn't give you gloss, but it's clear, and it's up to you what you want to do with your eyeshadow. However, the shimmery one, even after smoothing it out, gives you a sheen to it. I hope you can see this. Very shimmery sheen to it. I've tested the matte one out, the normal one out, sorry, it's not matte, the normal one out on the right eye and the shimmery one on the left eye. As you can see, using the same eyeshadow, with the shimmery one, the eyeshadow comes out a lot more shimmerier, like shimmery compared to this one. Alright, and I personally prefer this more than this, because a lot of eyeshadows you can always pick a shimmery one, but The problem is this has very minimal shimmer and it looks quite shimmery now. What happens when you use eyeshadow that is a lot more shimmery? And mind you, the eyeshadow I'm using is this. Barely any shimmer. And you see the difference. So, as always, this is just my opinion. It's up to you guys what you think about it. But personally, I like this one. I won't find many occasions to use this with. And I don't really like the eye brightener. But I would say for the price of the normal eyeshadow primer, it is pretty decent. And I like, really truly like the fact that once it goes on, it's completely clear. There's no light brown sheen, there's no dark sheen, so it will practically suit any skin color to use this. Any skin color. Keep that in mind, because I tan easily. So if I get a bit darker, the primer that I had earlier would really show up on my skin. Vice versa, if I got a darker primer and my skin becomes lighter, it looks darker on my eyelid. So I don't really like that. With this, on one tube suits all. So thank you again for following me today. If you like this video, please subscribe. Really appreciate that. And please follow my blog on the links below that I'm going to put up. See you soon. Bye. Oh, remember, stay tuned after this because I will be testing on the products for you to see. Bye. The first thing we're going to be testing is this, the Bright Eye. Now I'm going to try using this to see whether it can cover the redness. The coverage is pretty decent, but I do not see any highlighting effects that you would think a bright eye cream would give you. On to the next product, the primers. Now the next item I'm going to show you is this too. I'm going to try the shimmery one, the shimmery primer on my left eye, and the normal one on my right eye for you to see the difference. So this color when it comes out is this. And I'm going to try this on my right eye. As you can see, this one is colorless. There is no color that comes out with it. This is the Shimmer primer. I'm going to put this here. This has a more bronzy color. Okay, and I'm going to use this on my left eye. As you can see, The shimmery one has more of a sheen to it, but still quite close to a natural skin color, whereas the normal one does not leave any sort of sheen. Looks practically clear. So now let's test it on with an eyeshadow to see how pigmented it is. I have this Clinique eyeshadow, as you can see, that is not, what to say, very pigmented. And if you will go to have a look, right? Oops, I'm going to show this on my non-colored hand. Sorry, this hand on my left hand doesn't have a primer on it. So, as you can see, it's practically not there. So let's see how intense it gets with a primer on. My right eye, my left eye, and let me just try to put a bit more product on my hand. So this is my hand. My right eye with the clear primer, my left eye with the shimmery primer, and this is my hand. Just so you know, there's a little bit of shimmer in here, very, very minute, but it's there. So as you can see, the primer with the clear one, it looks a bit more matte than the shimmery one. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but the shimmery one has a slightly more shimmery feel to it compared to the matte one, but it's not such a big difference that it's gonna be so obvious unless someone is really close to you. So again, it's your choice which color you pick, which primer you pick. But personally, I would go with the matte one because I can always put on a more shimmery eyeshadow, but if it's already shimmery, I can't tone it back down. As you can see, it naturally becomes a bit more shimmery with the shimmer primer.